Hello, ladies and gentlemen. David Lemon here for Groove Q&A Live number 1 in 2022. My pleasure to be here with you guys. Hopefully everything is working. I'm just going to double check. I did have some changes in the hardware on my computer, so if you could, that would be great. If you let me know if everything is good, the audio is good. I'm just going to actually write in a banner to let me know if you can hear me well. All right. Just so that we know that I'm not talking to the wall. And I'm just going to see, okay, we're live on Facebook. We should be good on YouTube as well. And after that, I'm going to be a satisfied member. Perfect. I can hear myself on YouTube. All right, perfect. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our first Q&A in 2022. I know that it has been almost a month that I have been live, actually a little bit more over the month, but I have a very good reason to not be live in the past couple of weeks. And that is because we are working on a lot of things in Groove and on a lot of software related things that you are going to be getting. Basically, we're going to give you all of those things. I will talk about that a little bit today, but I'm not going to go super into deep. There will be, during the launch, we are planning to do kind of a state of the Groovian session where Mike Filsane will go over all of the plans for the software, what we kind of have in vision for 2022, what is coming when approximately, and many more information that I just don't have. So yeah, I also decided that since I am more kind of involved in the development tasks, I will be doing one Q&A per week for the moment. That may change later on. But the big reason for that one is also because I want to do more courses. And when I say courses, that means something that I was doing last year. When I mean last year, that's still in 2020. I still am not over 2021 yet. Believe it or not, in 2021, I didn't build out anything live. There was a course that I created, Affiliate Action Challenge, which was great, but I haven't built out anything like a proper build from start till end. And I missed that. So this year I decided that I'm going to go and create courses that now that the platform is more stable, I will be teaching everything that our platforms have to offer, like beginner's guide to drop shipping, or how to do print on demand, how to create your own resources page in GroovePages, how to create your first website, how to actually learn designing in GroovePages and things like that. So sessions for beginners, for intermediate and advanced users alike. I just want to kind of create goal based trainings. There is a couple of people in our marketing department that are going to be focusing on how-tos and short tutorials, but that's not what I want to kind of focus on. And due to that reason, I'm going to be doing one Q&A. I'm also thinking, and that's still not decided, to do a full-on session almost weekly that is going to be a Q&A type of thing, but where I'm going to talk about the software updates, maybe once a month, maybe once or twice a month, which is going to be something like software updates or Q&A with software updates or something like that, where I just kind of update you on the progress of our development schedule and platforms and things like that, because there is a lot happening, believe me. So yeah, that's kind of it. We are all preparing very hard towards the launch that is coming soon, in just a couple of days, and that's going to put an end to this lifetime deal, which is pretty exciting but also scary at the same time. You guys don't have to worry, nothing will change for you, but it's actually good for you, because if you bring in some people to Groove, once we are on a subscription based, you can get monthly recurring revenue for your affiliate endeavors. At this moment, you got $500, around $500 for a referral when they actually purchased, but you will be getting less but longer if you refer people. So that's basically changing for you. You're going to be, if you're an affiliate, you're going to be a richer affiliate, because you're going to get constant revenue if you are promoting Groove. All right, so that's kind of it. I'm going to go into the comments just to see who is here and what's the chit chat in the comments. Greetings, David and all. Thank you. Welcome back, David. Thank you. Welcome, Naveen. Oh, hello, David. Hello, Naveen. Jacob is here. Hi, David. All good. Good on YouTube. Live working well on YouTube. Perfect. Excellent. Hey, David. How are you doing, man? Thank you very much, Liz. I'm doing great. Exciting stuff. Looking forward to it. All right. There seems to be something that changed on the on StreamYard. I cannot see all of the comments, but anyway. All right, so I'm going to go into the comments section, or actually, I'm going to go into the Q&A. First, we are going to visit the Facebook comments primarily, because people asked the questions there first. But I just wanted to give you a very, very quick rundown of updates that were happening before I actually start answering questions, because I'm very confident everybody will be asking, what's the story with things in Groove? So yeah, since the new year happened, there was a few updates, nothing major, but there will be a video that I post about everything that is kind of important. I just want to go over and mention some of the things. There will be videos about these, so I'm not going to go into the software and show it to you. But what we released is a Facebook conversions API for GrooveSell, which means that it will not, so whenever you're selling something and you're running Facebook ads, you have a thing called a pixel. A pixel is a piece of code that activates when a visitor opens up your page. So basically, it's just a little cookie that kind of triggers when a visitor opens a page. Those pixels are not always very reliable. Sometimes they fire, sometimes they're not firing. So sometimes Facebook receives the information, sometimes it doesn't. With the Facebook conversion API, it basically is not relying on pixels anymore, but it's relying on internal communication between the platforms. So at the moment, GrooveSell can communicate on a different basis with Facebook, and provide the necessary information for when you're running ads and when you're actually tracking the progress with conversions with with Facebook Analytics. So you're running Facebook ads and you see how many people purchased, how many people I don't know, opened up the page or the offer, and things like that. So it's not reliant on Facebook pixels anymore. It's reliant on more stable connection, and that was released, and there will be a video on how to use that. It's not very hard to use. In case you're familiar with Facebook ads, it's pretty simple to set it up. Just go into GrooveSell and you'll see the actual connection where you can set it up. As I mentioned, there will be a video on that. For GroovePages, we are planning a lot of great changes, and in the Q1, I mean, Q1 is just going to be like this for everybody that is waiting for changes. We will be releasing things like, I'm just going to read through the things that are going to come out. So we'll be fixing the page importer. We'll have a new template library, UI, and the way it's managed. We will have a full-on SEO menu with all of the SEO features you can think of. We'll have global blocks is coming. We'll have different ways to share pages, funnels, and sites. We'll have different options to show a pop-up and on what pages to show, what pages not to show. And like basically pop-up, how to trigger a pop-up. We'll have finally the integration between Groove GroovePages and GrooveMail form, it's like an integration. So it will be GrooveMail integration and then post, which is a webhook basically. So we'll have that. We'll have a new way of publishing sites, which is a technical backend term. It's nothing fancy, but it's basically meaning that your sites will publish faster, quicker, and more reliably than before. We'll have an option to save elements, which will bring with itself a lot of other cool changes. Like, for example, when you drop an element on the canvas, it's not going to load for some time. This was actually created 90% finished some months ago, but due to different priorities we just abandoned that project. But now we are going to actually finish it, and with a saving of elements, it's going to allow you to actually create your buttons, create your countdown timers, to save them and then reuse them on different sites and pages and funnels and whatever you're working on, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so from smaller changes, we'll have a new tab element, which is kind of what you see on modern software as a service websites. Like, for example, you go to ClickUp. ClickUp has blocks on their main homepage is kind of blocks, and the blocks, inside the blocks, they have one element which is a tab element. So you can scroll through the tab element and see the different parts of ClickUp as a software. So we'll have that kind of a ClickUp style tab element. We'll have an update to our devices, which is the mockups. When you bring over the device element in GroovePages, at this moment you just get a flat UI mockup, which is not pretty nice. We'll have a newer one, and we already released a couple of changes. I'm going to do a video on that, and you most probably saw it. A new color picker with options to save the colors. So the latest colors, the last colors that you used, are getting saved, so you can reuse them. So you don't have to kind of copy paste all the time. And that's the same color picker we added into the text editor and also in the style editor on the side. We added the icons to the elements in the elements library, and some more changes, which is not major, but we did quite a few updates in GroovePages alone. GrooveWebinar is getting the automated GrooveWebinar is getting a lot of updates. We are working on new widgets. We are working on integrations with GrooveMember and integrations with ActiveCampaign and MailChimp and others. We're working also on webhooks, so that you can fire webhooks whenever somebody registers to webinar, or maybe registered but didn't show up, or registered and watched until a certain time in the webinar. So you will be able to create campaigns based on that inside GrooveWebinar. What else? Yeah, GrooveMember 2.0 is getting a lot of cool updates. We came up with a way to simplify the access levels, and that's being worked on right now. At this moment, we have membership level access levels, and we have also course access levels. We're going to merge it into one, and that's going to be much simpler to understand and set up, much easier to set up. We're also going to make the courses as products, so it's going to be a global. So if you create a membership, you'll be able to put in a course that you already have in a different membership. So courses will be in a, imagine it like a GrooveVideo library. So you'll have courses in a specific library, and you can put multiple courses together into a membership, and you can sell that. So the membership will be related to the selling part, and the course will be related to the content part or the product part, which is pretty cool. And sorry, I'm just looking forward to it. And yeah, I could go on for a long time. A lot of changes have been happening, and we'll update you guys on everything that was released, and also you'll see the video on what's coming and what's going to be added soon. So yeah, that's basically my rundown of just a couple of apps for what happened and what's going to happen. But now I'm fully ready to kind of jump into the questions and answer some of your questions that were asked before I started. So let's just go into Facebook and see the questions that were asked here. All right, I'm going to share my screen, just a moment. All right, so this is not my session. Let me just see. Okay, so Groove Growth is today. If you are interested, jump on. This is the first live session for Groove Growth. All right, so here we are with the questions. And I'm going to move this here, and I am ready to go in like this. So Bunky had a question, basically some feature requests and bug reports that I'm not going to talk about. Update on GrooveWebinar and automated webinars. I just gave a brief rundown and what we were working on, so you may not see that yet, but we did have a lot of updates. So we put in default SMS messages in GrooveWebinar. We actually show it now on the dashboard again. It was removed at a certain time, and then now we brought it back. We are going to be adding a favicon. We are also changing the way we are going to select videos. We have a new way of handling presenters, which were changed from what we had previously. Presenters will be also created from the sidebar when you are not in the editing of the webinar. Inside the presenters section, we are going to be having the ability to create them in advance. Over here, not much has changed. But inside the engage your attendees, we added on a couple features, like, for example, you have now a show click for sound illustrations. This is similar to GrooveVideo. Basically, when you have an automated webinar, you can actually show an illustration to click to play the sound as well, because Chrome browser and Safari browsers don't allow autoplay with sound. They allow only autoplay without sound. So we show this click for sound illustration. So you can select it over here from the library, and these are the icons and illustrations. So you can actually upload your own. We also have an option which is pretty cool to allow full screen video playback in GrooveWebinar, but in case the offer shows up or you are selling something, then at that moment the full screen will kind of close, so that the users can see the offers in the chat, offers on the actual screen, and things like that. So for the live chat, and what's the difference between a live chat and user chat? It's basically that you can have a live chat module, and then if you run a webinar first time, then you will receive active comments, active chat messages. Those will be showing over here in the user chat. Because this is not a finished webinar and I didn't run it, I don't have any user chat because I didn't run this yet. So this was added recently. We also added a simulating alerts, which is basically pop-up alerts, that kind of fake alerts. You can create them yourself. But we added this cool functionality, which is embeds. And these are embeds for your registration page, registration confirmation page, or the live webinar page. This means that you can create all sorts of different embeds, like you want to show your own pop-up, for example, from a platform like Popuply or Optinly or whatever. You can show that. You can decide to show on mobile or not to show on mobile. You can actually do GrooveSell proof pop-ups as well, which are active proof pop-ups, which is not a simulated alerts, but those are kind of brought from GrooveSell itself. So this was a cool feature that we added recently. We have also worked on notifications, as I mentioned. We created a short URL, which is grv.cm, which is going to be a short URL for when you are sending SMS alerts. The full-on long URL would eat up your character limits, and we created a link that is going to dynamically populate. It's going to be in this type. Going to be grv.cm/12345 characters, and this will be the dynamic link generated for everybody that clicks on the link, basically through an SMS. So it's going to be a dynamically populated link when you just drop in this. So we wrote these default SMS messages for welcome as a pre-webinar reminder, last minute live webinar replay reminder, and all sorts of stuff. We are going to change the way the emails work over here. All right, let's see. We added on automations, which is going to be integrations. It's going to be renamed to integrations, and this is going to be changed a little bit. So the screen that you're seeing here is going to be still like this, but it's going to be improved. So we are going to have this line, these tabs on top. And if you go in here, so register doing webinar, then you will have list, tags, and segments, or sequences, sorry, list, tags, and sequences lined up over here. So we're not going to have this above, we're going to have below. But what's coming over here as well is we are going to do integrations with GrooveMail over here. So these are the integrations with GrooveMail that you see. So you can add them on a GrooveMail list, GrooveMail tag, and GrooveMail sequence. We're going to also integrate with GrooveMember. So if somebody, for example, registered for a webinar, add them to my GrooveMember or something like that. Or if somebody did not attend the webinar, add them to a GrooveMember and try to upsell them the actual course from there. I don't know. You'll be able to do that yourself. So we'll have these triggers, and instead of stayed more than, we'll have stayed until, and then you actually set up the hours, like stayed until 2 hours and 15 minutes, or stayed until 30 minutes. You'll be able to create more of these stayed until. What else? Yeah, so we're going to allow the integrations. So whatever you set up over here as an integration, okay, I can show it from here, but whatever you have as an integration in Groove, you're going to be able to integrate it. Not this, but this. You're going to be able to integrate it in GrooveWebinar, and then we are going to have also webhooks. Then that's coming within the next week or two. Post-webinar changes, nothing changed there, but we are adding more customization options for managing your offers and things like colors in different parts of the webinar. And yeah, so a lot more happening. It is going to be great. I'm going to do a video once all of these are kind of finalized, so that we can say, okay, now we have GrooveWebinar and it's ready to be camera ready. At this moment, we're still shy in promoting it because it has some things that are still missing from it. Ed Ferringham, update on emailing. New editor coming? Yes, we are getting a new editor. Will we ever be able to send a test email? Yes. When will Groove start tracking clicks unsubscribe from broadcast? You basically do that right now. So you need to set this up yourself in your SMTP, because it's not GrooveMail that is tracking, it's your SMTP that is tracking the emails, because you are sending through an SMTP, and that platform is the actual platform that is checking the opens, clicks, and things like that. So what you need to do is go into your senders, and when you are setting up a new sender, you can select, I don't know, where is SendGrid, for example, and in SendGrid you have the API key, but also the webhook URL. This is for opens, clicks, bounces, and spam events. So you copy this and you add it into your SendGrid account, so that you can actually control and collect the information about that. So you need to do that on your account to be able to track it. Because as I mentioned, so GrooveMail is not the platform that is tracking the opens or clicks or bounces when you're sending with third-party email senders. That's the same thing with the others as well. So in case you click on Amazon SES, for example, you have also the same webhook URL. Let's see, Spark Post, the same thing. Mailgun, the same thing. So you have to set this up yourself to track for opens, clicks, bounces, and spams when you are sending with these external SMTPs. Does Groove need own SMTP before they can track? No, I just explained that, so you should be good to set it up. Andy Prosser has a question. Any idea or time frame for a feature that lets people import GrooveMember version 1 sites into GrooveMember 2? I do not have a time frame, but that's being also worked on and planned. We decided that we won't be importing access levels, and that was kind of the issue that we were having. we are going to be importing the content, which is kind of the thing that is causing the most time delay for people when creating their membership sites. So the access levels will be pretty simple to set up, but the content, we will have an importer for the content. I do not have a time frame, but I can say that it's going to be after the access levels have been done. I'm pretty confident, because that's kind of the major thing that needs to be fixed before. When landing on the opt-in page on my funnel, it quickly goes to the thank you page. There's no time to input name and email. Is there a way to delay this? Alicia, I'm pretty confident that you are having a countdown timer on your screen or on your site. And when you're doing the tests, most probably you set up from landing. So this means that when you created your page and you go to preview it, because you were already cookied in, it just brings you over to the new page. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty confident that may be it. So here's what you need to do. When you are in GroovePages, and I'm just going to go maybe over here, check if you have a countdown timer on the canvas of the page that redirects. And if you find a countdown timer, I'm just going to add it from a block. If you have a countdown timer on the canvas, make sure that you turn it to a fixed date so that you can manage it. That will mean that you set it up in the future until you're doing the setup and testing, but then later on you can bring it back to from landing. Because what I think it is that from landing you set it up to hours, minutes, seconds, whatever, but that time have passed. So you set up from landing. This means first time I land on my page, count down, I don't know, 5 hours, and after that just redirect me over to somewhere else. Okay, I'm pretty confident that this happens, so check if you have a countdown timer. The second option that may be happening is that you actually redirected the page, and in that case the page should be orange. Let me just show you why. If I set up a page and enable page redirection, select redirect to an external URL, for example, I can just type in https://groove.cm. Okay, so if I set this up, it's going to be orange, yellowish orange. That means that the page redirect is on. So it's either the page redirect or the countdown timer. So check if any of these two options are on, so that you can see why the redirect happens. Ismail has a question. I am having some trouble positioning elements with 2 column layouts, especially for tablet devices. How to make sure elements stay properly within the column without overlapping? I record a room. I will need to double check that. I will not go into it right now, Ismail, but I'm going to check it later on. Hello, David. Welcome back. When is the best to create one-page branding website versus multi-page branding website? There's no rule, really. There is just what is convenient for you, or what is convenient for your client if you're creating it for a client. One-page websites are most of the time simpler and not as long. And it requires less design work to be done, and less tinkering to be done. Because on one-page website you will talk about maybe your kind of a hook and a headline, and then you'll maybe have your offer or how you do things in your company. You'll maybe have something about you and your team. You'll maybe have some services or products. You may have some contact form, and basically it's multiple pages brought into one. So it's the about us page, it's the contact page, it's the services page, it's the intro page and the home page, all brought into one page. So you'll have sections for these things. So that's why, since you have sections and not full pages where you need to have a lot of sections for the about us page, contact page, it's easier to set up a one-page website. For multi-page website, it kind of future-proofs your site and future-proofs your brand. So if you need to add on more content, it's not going to be a problem, you'll be basically just, okay, I need to add a new section, which is our brand story, for example. Then you go into the About Us page, and then you add a new section about your brand story, for example. It depends what you prefer. You can start with a one-page website and then slowly build up as you go. But there is really is no rule on what you need to create or how to kind of tackle the creation of the sites. Amanda has a question about forms. Just want to make sure I am putting in the thank you and paste and the please confirm links in the right places. Thank you. Big hugs. All right, so I'm pretty confident this is about GrooveMail and the GrooveMail forms. Inside GrooveMail forms, we have a section where I'm actually going to open up this one. And my mouth is a little bit dry, so I normally don't like drinking or eating during the camera. There are some presenters that don't care really about it. I just don't prefer, but because my mouth got dry. All right, so Amanda has a question about the success URL. Okay, so redirect to success page. There is also the inside the double opt-in, there is a confirmation page URL. So what the difference is here? Let me just actually, I explained that a couple of times during our Q&As, but I'm just going to do that one more time. I do have an image that could help me demonstrate it, so give me just 1 second to find it. But the difference is, I'm just going to explain you very briefly. The thing is that the success page is what happens after somebody filled out the form. Okay, so fill out the form, maybe confirmed the submission, and then what happens? Where are you bringing the person over? Where are you redirecting the page? That's the success page URL. This is just a normal redirect, like for example what you have in GroovePages. In GroovePages, if you have a form, you can redirect the person to somewhere. Like for example, you set up a redirect for a button and then you select what happens. So this is just the success page, or where you send the person to go. A confirmation page is something where you can set up, and I cannot find the image, but you can set up something like this. A blank page, you call it confirmation page, and then you put on some content which is going to say, thank you very much for signing up for the newsletter. You're going to get an email email verification link where we ask you please to kind of click on it. This will mean that you agree with with us sending you information. The email will have the title this, and then you can put in a screenshot of how the actual email will look like. I'm just going to very quickly double check one more time if I can find that screenshot I was showing some time ago about how it looks like. No, that's not. That's a different verification email. Yeah, I cannot find it. I wish there was a way to search for JPEG images. I'm just going to try and look for it very quickly. Yeah, I cannot find it. It's I must have deleted it somewhere. Anyway, basically it's the page where you say, okay guys, you just signed up, you will receive an email, please click on the link in the email to confirm. Basically you explain the steps to your user. So that's the confirmation page URL. You basically tell the people that they need to click the confirmation link in the email. That's basically it. The success URL is the page where you send people after they verified through the double opt-in. That's it. Okay, somebody is not very happy with my performance. Thank you very much, whoever you are. All right. Let's just go on and answer the questions from the live stream. I'm just going to go on here. Any word as to when GrooveSell Plus will be ready? It will be ready when the wallet comes out. You will be hearing more on that on our State of the Groovian. Calendar, pipeline, and GrooveStream are what I'm waiting for. Me too. Me too. Tom Crow. Hi, David. There is very little information regarding API integration. Can you show us how you would go about this? Not a print-on-demand shop. Lots of us have suppliers with JSON feeds, etc., and would like to see how we integrate them with GrooveKart. Tom, that's developer talk, and I just don't know how to do it. API integration is something that you would need to ask developers on how to do. It's basically handling the information that either comes in to GrooveKart or that goes out of GrooveKart. I don't know nearly enough to be able to do any kind of training on that one, but that's development. So if you want to have some sort of connections with suppliers, for example, then you can just reach out to a developer on Fiverr or Upwork or somewhere else, and they can help you arrange that. We won't be doing any kind of training on this one because it's just not something that we will do. That's for sure. I haven't seen an API training from any company, to be honest. There is documentation and then the developers know what to do with it. So if you don't really understand it, then you're like me, then probably reach out to a developer to help you set it up. Hey, David, hope you're doing well. I'm wondering if you know when and how we will get the links to promote the upcoming launch. So just sign up on groovejv.com. So go to groovejv.com, jv.com, and just have a look into the actual video. Scroll down, there will be a form that you can fill out, and there you can actually get news about the things that will be really related to those people that want to participate. Any word on GrooveSell Plus? I just answered that one. John Roberts. Hi, David. I'm new to all this and excited about the possibilities. Hey, John. It's good to have you here. Yes, Groove is going to be an awesome platform. I highly suggest, if you haven't joined on as a lifetime member and a platinum account, then I highly suggest you do, because there's really no platform in the world that will be able or that is able to do what Groove is currently doing or will be doing in the future. So it's just going to get better even from here. Any news, any new updates when it comes to GrooveBlog? No, but yes, during 2022 there will be updates to GrooveBlog, but mainly what the GrooveBlog team is going to work on is small improvements. We will have just a couple updates in terms of the functionality of GrooveBlog itself. We will be bringing in the new GrooveMail integration with the GrooveMail forms, or new video library from the GrooveMember, and we'll have some SEO improvements and things like that. So nothing major. I will be advocating for having better templates, or not better, but new templates added to GrooveBlog. But what the core part of the team is going to be doing is finalizing the user roles and permissions, and by the end of February we will have the user roles and permissions ready for GrooveBlog, and then we can use it for the other apps as well. That's currently being worked on. So the user roles and permissions is a huge task that is going already for quite a lot of months now, but that's being handled by GrooveBlog and the GrooveBlog team. And the GrooveBlog team is also going to add on the agency module, which is going to allow people to handle somebody else's Groove account and basically handle the charges between those. For example, you as an agency, you will be able to sign up somebody to kind of come onto your account and charge them a fee for your agency services. So that's going to be also handled by the team that is creating GrooveBlog. And after GrooveBlog, we are going to be going into GrooveDesk with the GrooveBlog team, because it's tightly related to kind of the same functionalities that GrooveBlog has. with a builder where you're writing the knowledge bases and the communication between kind of a chat and the comment section. We will have that in GrooveBlog as well, and that's basically how you communicate with people on a help desk, through this comments or a chat functionality. So yeah, nothing major for now, but I'm going to be advocating to kind of push templates and some SEO changes and things like that. Any idea on when GrooveKart membership will be available for those wanting to sell physical returning products memberships like seeds, refills, etc.? Big hugs. So GrooveKart and GrooveMember is going to have two types of integrations. One is an automation. So when you sell a product, like for example seeds, then you can add them to a membership. It's not going to the membership will not be the product that you sell through GrooveKart, but you will be able to add people to the membership as an action of buying something on your store. Okay, so that's the first type of integration. It's going to be an automation to add people into a membership based on certain actions in GrooveKart. So the second level of integration is going to be a product, which is a membership. So when you go and set up a product, you will have a physical product, a digital product, and a membership product, which is going to be fulfilled with GrooveMember. So we are still figuring out how that will work, but that's already planned for GrooveKart for 2022. I don't really know exactly when that will happen. I can give you a ballpark, which I will need to find. Yeah, I'll need to find it and then update, give you an update on that one. But at this moment, I can just tell you that it's planned. All right. Oh, love that. The color picker, remember. Yeah. What is a webhook? A webhook is a very, very cool thing that allows you to connect two applications together. It's like, imagine your email address, but instead of just a text email, you can send information from one app to another. So a webhook is basically just a link. It's a link where you say, okay, every time a purchase happens, send the purchase information to this link. Okay, and then there are applications that can read the information that was sent to the webhook. For example, webhook is something that you have currently in GrooveSell and GrooveKart, and is going to get added to GrooveWebinar. It's also the thing that GrooveMail is handling, the opens and clicks and bounces and things like that with. It's basically just a link, and I showed you earlier over here. Let me just go back to show you how our webhook looks like. If we go into senders, I create a new sender and just open up Amazon SES. This is a webhook, so it's basically just a pure link. There's nothing fancy about it. It's literally just a link, but this link is set up to send and receive information. So basically, once something happens in one platform and this webhook receives that information, you can do things based on that. For example, with platforms like Zapier or Pabbly or Integrately, these are platforms that says, okay, one platform will communicate with another and send this information to the other platform. And when you're creating a Zapier, you can select an integration to an app. Like for example, if something happens in Groove, let's just say GrooveSell, for example, you receive a GrooveSell sale, then add that information to a Google Sheet. Okay, so the same thing can happen. That this is without direct integrations, but what you can do also is create a webhook integration, which is, instead of selecting the app, you just select a webhook. Okay, so you select catch a hook, you get this webhook URL. As I mentioned, this is kind of an email address or a link. You copy this and you add it into a platform like GroovePages or GrooveSell, where you will send a certain information. Let me just show you very quickly. So if I scroll back up and if I say opt-in form, for example, so it needs to have some form type put in and sent to the system. So now you have a form and you can set up the webhook as a post. You paste in this link here. So what you are saying is whenever somebody fills out this form, like name and email, and clicks the subscribe option, send them to Zapier so that I can do some actions based on it. I can send that information, that name and email, to a Google Sheet. So that's basically a webhook. Hopefully that explains it. It's not very technical. I didn't know it a year earlier. When I learned about it, I'm very, very, very hooked. I'm very happy that I know this information now. Love how Groove is growing, the best global community on the planet, and I agree with you on that. This is awesome. To have the courses as separate products to add to our memberships. You guys are so groovy. Thank you. GrooveTV update, please. Thank you. There is going to be an update, more updates on that one with Tom Beal and Donna. I'm not involved in the day-to-day development of the GrooveTV, so I just don't have that information. It's not the software per se. It's not the software that you kind of bought. So I'm not managing that. I'm managing the software that is part of the Groove CM platform. So it's also not GroovePay. I don't have any connections with GroovePay. It's not Groove Solos because that's a service. It's not Groove Copy Pro, for example. It's literally GroovePages, GrooveSell, GrooveMember, and things like that. So I just don't have enough update to be able to tell you on GrooveTV. But Tom Beal and the Groove Growth team that is coming on live today will have updates for you. So if you haven't checked, there is going to be a live stream for Groove Growth today at, if I'm not mistaken, at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can learn more about that inside the Facebook community. Let's just see. Over here, if I close this and here, there was an announcement earlier. I will just click on my profile because I know that if something is scheduled, it's going through my profile. And here we go. So Ridgely and Donna Fox, they are going to do a Q&A for it's tomorrow. So Groove Growth tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central European time, which means that is at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can get a reminder over here. It is these are the people that will be managing the GrooveTV, so they'll be able to tell you more about it. So you can ask on this Q&A session. All right, Heyman, how is the new GrooveKart coming along? Very nicely, very nicely. I saw some of the changes. It's going to be beautiful with the GrooveKart builder itself. The team is working on the affiliate module and on the subscription module. So you'll be having kind of 3 big updates very soon for GrooveKart. Not only that, the page builder side is changing with the new way of handling kind of the whole store with themes. And theme is kind of, you set up the colors and the fonts and the sizes and things in front. So basically at the same time, and then whenever you create a new page, those settings stay. With this, you will be having changes to the way you manage elements. Like when you click on a button, previously you had to go to the sidebar and manage everything in the sidebar. Now you'll have some options on the toolbar. When you click on the button, you will have some options on the toolbar, which is pretty handy as well. Do you have any plans of integrating GrooveKart to ShineOn? Eric Dono or ShineOn was on GrooveCon. Yes, that was said that they are working on integration, but you can ask on Thursday with what's his name, Frank. Frank is the product owner of GrooveKart, and he is the person that is in contact with Eric in regards to ShineOn. So I do not have an update on that one, but I'm pretty confident that it is a project that is in process already. Just joined in. Nice new format, name and thumbnail, David. Thank you, Sebastian. Yeah, a new year, new me, as they say. Are taxes automatically added depending on the country in GrooveSell? No, we don't handle at this moment taxes in GrooveSell. So whenever you're selling, it's kind of automatically already in price. We don't have a way to handle taxes separately. That will be coming though. I'm looking at getting a dedicated server with unlimited email sending. Are there plans to allow me to use GrooveMail on my own SMTP? At this moment, no. There is no plans to actually allow custom SMTPs. That may change in the future, but at this moment we don't have that on plan. What the main SMTP we will be working on is our own, is the GrooveMail SMTP, because that's something that that we want to use ourselves, and that's something that we are selling. So that is getting a priority for sure. For sales pages, will there be also more feminine templates like FG funnels have? Not sure. Maybe at this moment, what we are mainly focusing on is blocks. So we created a bunch of blocks for the page builder, and we but we stalled with the full template creations for GroovePages. The reason is because we are changing how the platform works in terms of templates. With a new template library, we'll have a better way of managing them and a quicker way to create them. So then we'll be probably looking into creating more templates. But feminine templates are really colors. There's colors and images. So if you see a template, you can just convert it to a pastel colors like pink or purple or light red or brown or something like that, and that would work with most of our templates already. So just change the colors, change the images, and you have a feminine template. That redirect page is not working. Not sure who you are. It is working. We are using it in our system. For groove.cm, we have more than 20-30 redirect pages. So if you found something that is not working, please reach out to the support team so they can look into it. Will there be a way to organize the pictures you uploaded? Yes, that's something we are planning for sure. Can you do a print on demand for a children's book? Yes, you can. If you're asking if I can, I probably cannot, but if you can do it with the platform, then yes, you can do it. I don't know what service offers print on demand. I'm pretty confident that Lulu has it. You can integrate with Lulu from GrooveKart with webhooks or even Zapier. So if you type in Lulu, lulu.com, Lulu, they are publishing or print on demand for books and magazines and calendars and things like that. So you probably can use them. And connecting to Lulu, I believe you can do with Zapier. So let's just check. There is no Lulu on here. Actually, I think I saw it some place. They could be having webhooks, so it needs to be checked. But I'm pretty confident that you can connect to them with either Zapier or webhooks. So I just never looked into it that much. So yeah, check it out, Lulu. See if you can integrate it with Zapier, and then you can already connect that. Is GrooveBlog still being actively developed? If so, what can we look forward to? So first thing I mentioned earlier, actually, GrooveBlog is actively developed. We are maintaining it, but main focus from the team is the allowing extra users to manage it. So user roles and permissions and the agency model is what the GrooveBlog team is working on. Any updates on about the better YouTube integration, where you mentioned that you will offer the ability to upload unlimited videos on Groove? Yes, that's coming very soon. Actually, I was testing it out yesterday and it works beautifully. So for those that don't know what I am talking about, I'm going to show you. There are certain small changes that we will do, and then we are going to release it, but it's basically done. It's not published yet for everybody, so when you go and try it, it will not work for you. But what we are doing is we're going to allow our paid users to have unlimited hosting of videos through YouTube, which means that YouTube has videos. So YouTube has videos on there and they are hosting the videos. So what we will do is take the video file and just stream it through GrooveVideo without the branding, without the ads, without the call to actions that YouTube allows. And that's all completely legal for some magical reason. I don't know why, but we are not the first one to do this and we are not the last one to do this. And then this is going to be the flow. So you actually go into GrooveVideo, you click add video. So add video, and then here, as you do it right now, YouTube URL, you go into YouTube and then take a URL. For example, let's just take this URL on here, copy. I'm going to paste this in, save, and we will have a video that plays. Basically, it is the YouTube video, but it does not have these elements like this cards, the logo, the subscription option, the I don't know, the advertising that shows up, and also the end cards over here. Like this is not going to show. This is already it. Like you see, we just take the actual we just take the video and we stream it through GrooveVideo. On top of that, you'll be able to put in your own elements, and you'll be able to put in the autoplay on load and show the illustrations and show a play button and whatnot, show play button on pause and things like that. So it's basically YouTube will host your video, and you connect it to GrooveVideo, and then we're just going to use the kind of the player and the extra functionalities for tagging and opt-ins and banners and such for GrooveVideo, which is already working. There are small changes that I requested the team to do. We will also have multiple skins, so you'll be able to skin the player like YouTube. You'll be able to skin it like Wistia. You'll be able to skin it like video. Basically, the play buttons and the things that you see here, the icons, will show instead of these on a GrooveVideo. So that's coming. As you can see, the functionality works already. I tested it and it's coming soon. Coming soon to the theaters near you. Question about GrooveSell email. Why don't customers receive email for our customer domain once they buy our course? They receive email for GrooveSell. This is something that is still being handled with GrooveSell. So the information about the invoice and the order is sent from the platform. It's not sent from you. That will be changed. We are planning a system emails so that you can control the GrooveMember emails. Like, for example, if somebody clicks the reset password, then the email will be coming from your domain. Or when somebody purchases something from you, then you actually control the email and how it's looking and things like that. So the way to manage the system emails, we don't have that yet, but we are going to be adding that on this year. I just found out that my blog ranks #1 for honest Groove review, but I haven't updated it for a while. Could you tell me where I can find news about the launch and also about the latest on GrooveMail? Here on Q&As, I usually do updates on all the platforms, but there will be a video on the state of the Groovion that is going to be done by Mike about everything related to the plans in 2022 and how GrooveMail will be kind of developed and updated. At this moment, I could give you small chunks of it, but I'm not sure if that's what you're looking for. But if you are looking for news about the launch, go to groovejv.com, watch the video on there, and then scroll down, and there will be a form where you can put in your information and then receive news about the affiliate launch contest. Any idea on GrooveDesk? I mentioned it earlier. We are going to start developing it. We already have a very good idea on how it's going to work, but it's going to be developed, I believe, in Q2 or Q3. Any knowledge if we can integrate with Pabbly as an alternative to Zapier? You can, but with webhooks at this moment. We do not have the way. They asked us to do changes to our platform in order to kind of do a full integration with them. We just never got to it. The changes they request are a little bit, they require more development power, and we just have a different priorities at this moment, so we never finalized those. We will be integrating with them, but at this moment, just due to the priorities, we never got to it. In my old platform, I had a multi-page website with blog membership portals and physical products I sold. Where should I start building my new platform with Groove? GroovePages or GrooveKart? It depends what is the purpose of your website. You can do your website with GroovePages and then sell products in a specific store type of environment, but not sure what you're selling, not sure how that would look, so I'm not able to give you the best answer, unfortunately, Crystal. The way I would do it is just follow what the platforms are created for. So GroovePages would handle the website part, just the information and the selling part for in case you are selling through sales funnels. If you're selling in an e-commerce type of way where you have a shopping cart and then you can add things to the checkout cart and then check out multiple elements at the same time, that would need to be GrooveKart. So you can create a website, you can create a GrooveKart store in a similar fashion. Basically, the builders are almost identical, and you can have the branding, the colors and the fonts to look exactly alike. So it seems like a seamless connection. And then the blog is handled by GrooveBlog. Okay, and then you posted also the same question in Facebook. There's no need to put questions 2 times in. I'm going to see them. Hi, David. Can you tell us more about Conversions API inside GrooveSell? I just noticed it like 2 days or 3 days ago. GrooveSell funnel steps under enable advanced tracking. I actually started with that, Greggy, so please watch the video from the beginning. Once I finished, I mentioned that it's there, what it does, and I will be doing a video on how to use it. But at this moment, it's just it's available. People were asking for it, and we also needed it, so we added it in a higher priority style. But I didn't manage to do a video on that yet. I will do it. All right. They have a class every week, David, on the print on demand. Yes. So in case you would like to learn print on demand, you can have a look at what Frank and John are doing. So this is specifically for the person that was asking about children's book. They are doing print on demand with Printful and other platforms like Teespring, I believe, but you can do it with different platforms. All right. What is the update on the projects in Groove? I actually did talk about that earlier, so please rewatch the video earlier. The YouTube video streaming that discussed will work with private videos? No. Private videos, you can only watch them yourself. Only the account holder that logs into that YouTube account. So you can do unlisted videos. That's going to hide them from search in YouTube, and only people with the link will be able to view it. So basically, if you use your videos as unlisted so they don't show up in search in YouTube, then you can just copy the link, add it to GrooveVideo and use that. So private videos will not work unlisted videos and just public videos will work. If I use GroovePages, blog, and cart, can I just use one domain? Yes, you can. Did the GrooveVideo load function change? Michael, no. No functionality change to the actual bulk upload of videos. I mean, we added it not long ago, so no change were done on that part. Not sure why. Why are you asking? There is still a way to upload videos on here. Can you please show how to embed a GrooveWebinar button into GroovePages page? Yes, it's just simply copy pasting. I do not have a setup webinar on my account, so I'm going to log in and log back with a different account. Give me just one moment. All right. So if I go to GrooveWebinar, we have webinars over here, and I'm just going to take maybe this one, links. Then you basically go to registration button, embed, you copy it, and then you go into your Groove page and you embed it. That's basically it. Let me just find the test site. Direct response, Groove funnels, GrooveCon, Groove Copy Pro. Oh, we did some cleaning over here. Nice. Here we go, a test site. So once you are in a test site, I'm just going to very quickly drop in an empty block, and you go into elements and you add in the code embed element. Once you added in the code embed element, you click on the cogwheel, you paste it in, and then it's going to show the actual button once you preview it. Okay, so here we go. So this is a button that we edited within the customization options on GrooveWebinar. Not sure if this was it, probably. So inside the customizations, you can see that the button customization was done to be green and with a red border, whatnot. And once you embed it, then it looks like this. Then once you click it, it's going to show the actual registration option over here. We'll just need to kind of see what was broken on this template. But yeah, that's kind of it. All right. How does Groove handle SEO? Not sure what I need to talk about here. GroovePages does very good SEO, and you can do all sorts of different things. We are actually having a SEO tab added that's going to be done within the next 2 weeks. That is going to bring in a lot more functionality to the SEO, and those people that are doing on-page SEO will very, very, very much like it. Can I create my tags in AC? I can. How can I connect it to a list and not a tag? Can I create my tags in IC? I think Active Campaign. How I can connect it to a list and not a tag? I don't understand. Could you please explain this question a bit better, Lizu? I would appreciate it. Can I have multiple domains for my 3 businesses with GroovePages? Yes. Jeffrey, if you're a paid member, you can have as many domains as you'd like. So you have unlimited number of domains that you can connect. You can have unlimited number of sites or stores and blogs as you want. So at this moment, there is no limits if you're a paid member. There will be limits later on with this if you are paid in a monthly, or if you are a free member, then you have limits to, I believe, 3 custom domains. I'm very new to funnel. Could you please explain the funnels in short summary? Ritesh, yes. I will actually draw it out. It's probably a little bit simpler if I do that. So Here's a cool tool for you if you are looking for. It's called Excalidraw. I'm just going to, you can see it is Excalidraw. I'm going to drop that into the comments over here, so you can use that if you want. It's a pretty cool software. I'm going to show you how it works. It allows you to do all sorts of different cool things with it, and I use it almost daily now. So I'm just going to scroll over here, but Excalidraw allows you to draw on here. It also allows you to kind of do different elements like these and then move them around the page and whatnot. But the cool thing is that it allows you to have a library, and you can create a library and browse libraries. They have inbuilt elements that they created that you can just very quickly add to Excalidraw and use for free. So why I'm talking about this is because I will show you what a funnel is doing and what a website is. So let's just see. Actually, I'm just going to use this normal thing. So a website, imagine it like this. So here you have your logo, here you have your menu, and it's what it does is it allows a lot of options. So you have, for example, let's see, you have some text here, and then you probably have some have a call to action button on here. Then you have a different section where you have some text here. You have some text here, and then maybe an image on this side with a call to action button over here, for example. So the website is a lot of buttons, a lot of call to actions, a lot of explaining, like a services page, a contact us form maybe over here with I don't know. Basically, there's no focus on one thing. So what a funnel does, and most of the time sales funnels or opt-in funnels or things like that, they focus the attention to one specific thing. So imagine that this is a website. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things that the website asks you to do, and this is just a simple mock-up. Normal sites have a bunch more things that they are asking for you to do. In funnels, generally, it looks very similar, like the layout, but they don't give you way out. What they do is they keep the focus on the sale. So if it's the sale for free, like for example, imagine that this is my headline. So I have a headline, and I have a big call to action button, and then I sell something, maybe in a three three offer section with buy buttons. The focus is always on the sale, or the focus is always to kind of sell things, and it's a more clear path to actually sell. And that's why sales funnels are conversion based. And then most of the times when you have a sales funnel, it works with a terminology like, or with a concept of, would you like fries with that? So imagine when you go to McDonald's and they offer you the menu, for example, a hamburger or a Happy Meal menu. Imagine that this offer is the Happy Meal menu. They ask you, do you want a dessert with it, or do you want something else with it? Like, for example, if you buy just one hamburger, they will ask, do you want fries with it? And this is kind of an upsell. So you can offer an upsell. Think of it uh, like you offer more things to the people that came onto your site, that came onto your page. So for one person that visits your site, you can get more money out of. With a normal website, you cannot really do that because it's not conversion focused. They are not created in a way to kind of flow to a sale. It's kind of an online brochure. So if you have a look at the website, like for example, if you type in a hairdresser, I don't know, near me, I'm just going to open something here in Croatia. All right, Salon Bangs. This is a Croatian website. You'll probably not understand it, but I'm just going to explain it. That they are a glorified brochure. Okay, so this website is okay. So you see, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that they are offered. They have a slider that doesn't really work, that doesn't really load. What they do is they showcase what they do, but they don't focus on one thing. They have a theme. They have a booking calendar, which is an option to click. They have a gallery. They have a pricing section over here. They have a about us section. So it's a brochure. It's literally an online brochure with a funnel. It's most of the time focused on the sale. So that's why funnels are used for conversion, like converting. Like if you want to grab email addresses, you can create an opt-in funnel where the first sale will be to get the person to put in their email details. There are direct funnels that start selling immediately. There are webinar funnels where you are selling the person to register to your webinar, but this conversion focus is why it is successful. Websites are less successful because they are not focusing on the sale. They're maybe focusing on building the brand, building the personality, building I don't know, customer loyalty and whatnot, but they are not focusing on the conversions. And that's why you see a lot of funnel talk and funnel uh, popping up and showing up in the software world. Hope this helps. I went a little bit longer than I needed on this one. I just wanted to really kind of get it out. Hi, David. Can you show us how to add the payment gateway to GrooveKart when starting up a store? When I went in to add this, it allows you. When I went in to add this, it allows you to add the gateways, but then says it is not complete. Maybe need a code. Also, how do you add GroovePay? And is this available to use right now? It's not showing as an option. Let's see. So it's not only when you are actually starting up a store that you can do this. So you can actually do that later on if you want. I'm just going to open a GrooveKart store and then show you. So at any point in time when you go into GrooveKart, you can actually manage the payment gateways. Depending on the payment gateway you want, you set it up. Um, you set it up depending on what the payment gateway asks for. So over here we already did the payment gateway setup on this store, but if you go to settings, then you see payment gateways. You can click in there and then you can manage it even afterwards. You went to this wizard, so you can really not miss GroovePay. It is over here, so you can just apply for GroovePay if you don't have it yet. If you have it, then there will be an option to connect it. But if you're a paid member, you can see all of these options. If you are a free member, you will see probably PayPal and then GroovePay only. So as I mentioned, depending on the things, or depending on the payment gateway you use, they will be asking you for different stuff. Like when you're connecting Stripe. Okay, so I already have GroovePay active, so I cannot connect Stripe. But for example, if you want to connect PayPal, you will need to log into your PayPal account. And once you're logged in, then it's going to allow you to kind of have it connected. So you click on the cogwheel, you connect PayPal, it's going to ask you to log in. Once you log in, it's going to connect it. That's very simple. So yeah, not sure what you are asking for specifically, but if you want to apply for GroovePay, just do it here, or just go to groovepay.com/apply. And if you want, you can turn on the other payment gateways from here. If you have some more questions, you can reach out to support. They would be able to point you in the right direction. Can you please show how I can do test payment on GrooveKart using Stripe and PayPal? You can put your store into a test mode in GrooveKart, and then and that's going to turn on the test payments. You could also do Actually, I don't know if Stripe does that, if you can do a test account with Stripe, or the test credentials with GrooveKart for Stripe, but testing a GrooveKart store is done through the test mode in GrooveKart, which is really simply on the top of the top of the payment gateways section. Whenever you go into payment gateways, you can enable test mode or test payments, and that's going to put in the whole store into test mode. What should I do if I publish my page and update it in the backend, but using my web page as a customer? The published items do not. What should I do if I publish my page and update it in the backend? Not sure what do you mean with backend, but using my web page as a customer, the published items do not appear. Not sure I understand this question. Please reach out to the support team if you have some publishing issues. That may be related to that, but it may be also related to something else. When will the new GrooveMember login be active, and when is the customer header color be fixed across the course? Because once entering the course, instead of the set custom color, it switches back to blue. I don't know the time frame, but it's being worked on right now. Is there a way to prevent people from getting a video link for any unlisted videos uploaded using a better YouTube integration? You cannot get a... No, not really. So whenever you are using... Hold on. Whenever you're using YouTube and you use an unlisted video with GrooveVideo, they won't be able to kind of get the link. So it's not possible that the end user that is watching the GrooveVideo player with your YouTube video, they won't be able to know that this is a YouTube video. So you're safe on there. Is there a way to prevent people from getting a video link for any unlisted videos uploaded using... only in case you share your YouTube video that is unlisted. So if you share an unlisted video on YouTube with somebody, they will see that video on your channel. Like, for example, let me just log into my account and I'm going to show you an unlisted video that I watched, but it's not publicly available. So let me just do that. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube recently because different trainings and different ideas that I had. But all right, give me a moment. Actually, I watched more videos than I should. Now that I see how long I need to scroll. Okay, here we go. So I joined a membership, basically, where the people were selling a course very lazily, to be honest. They were just linking an unlisted video, and now I have access to it. I would be able to share it if I want. Sorry for that. So let's just show you here. So as you can see, it's unlisted. I can share this video link over here and I can import it to my membership, and no one would know. These people would never know that I actually did that because it's unlisted. They would not see the views count grow higher, even though I only took their YouTube link and imported it to GrooveVideo. So they would never know. How would they know? So if you take an unlisted video and share this link with your friends or with your membership, then this will not be secure. But if you take this video and bring it to GrooveVideo and import it that way, then it's secure. All right. Can give me a quick example or talk about having a main page with 2 or 3 funnels accessible of that main page? Yes, of course. I believe ClickFunnels calls this a funnel hub, which is not a good name for it. I think that this is just normal, and most of my websites do this nowadays. Basically, what I'm going to just draw it out here on this map. So imagine having a website like this. You have your logo on here, and then you have some icons. Okay, so this is maybe one of the icons, this is the second icon, and this is the third icon. Okay, so let's just say that these icons are for I don't know, GroovePages course. Okay, and then the second icon is for GrooveMember course. Okay, and then the third icon is for GrooveKart course. Okay, let's just say that this is your website. You have 3 icons on the top, and then you have your regular content. Let's just see, regular content on the side would probably be just the headline and then a button. And then you probably have an image over here, and then you talk a little bit more about some of your stuff over here in a text format, and then maybe you have a button, and then you have maybe another image over here, and then you talk about this a little bit, and so on, and then maybe you have another button. So this is just the usual stuff that shows up. But let's just say that the call to actions are leading people into courses, or leading into a funnel specifically. So once somebody clicks on one of these options, you can bring them over to one of your funnels. Inside GroovePages, you have a system to create multiple funnels, and I'm going to show you over here. So your pages over here would be for your website pages. Okay, so let's just see. I'm going to open a blank page. Let me reload. So the pages here would be for your website, and this is where you create your website pages with your branding. Let's just say this type of stuff. So you can create a header, as I explained earlier, or sorry, navigation bar. So you create a navigation bar, and then you have your header, and then you have your other content below. So over here, you can set up these links to show external links. Okay, so you can set up 3 links, and I want to exclude these 2 pages on here. One of the links will be GroovePages course, and it will link to my URL, which is groove.cm, for example, but this could be your link for your funnel. Okay, and the second link could be GrooveMember course. Third link would be GrooveKart course, and then you link it to wherever you want it. Okay, takes a second to upload, to refresh. Now I have 3 links: GroovePages course, GrooveMember course, GrooveKart course. Each and every one of these links could go into its own funnels. The funnels you can set up over here. So let's just say you create a funnel, you select it for, I don't know, tripwire funnel, and then you say, okay, my tripwire funnel will start from here, and this is going to be my GroovePages course. And you take the GroovePages course first page, which is the index page. You know the URL for that one. Okay, you come over here, and then you just copy this link. This is the link for the funnel, first page of the funnel, and then you link it to the actual button. Okay, and then from here you start the actual funnel. So it will look like this. So the first page of the funnel, then the second page of the funnel, then the upsell, then the downsell, and things like that. So each and every one of these will lead into another section of your funnel, and that's basically how it would work. So they call it a funnel hub in I believe funnel hub, brand hub, I don't know. With ClickFunnels, we just call it a website that links to funnels. Nothing fancy really. Most of my offers are sold this way, so hopefully that helps. Okay. Matt has a question. I'm having issues with GrooveWebinar buttons. Can you take a look? Okay. These types of questions would probably need to go to support. I'm just going to open it very quickly just to confirm that. https://extreme dot groovepages.com/lx. Let's see. Okay, so what I can see here is that they add on some white background. If that is the issue, then please report it to the support. And the button itself works. I just think that this is the issue, that you have the white background. Yeah, what you could do also is set up a GroovePages button, because in GrooveWebinar, not only that you have the button, okay, but you can also have the form embed. So what this does is, let's just see, it actually shows up the whole form. So what you could do is just create a pop-up maybe and add that form embed onto the pop-up. So you trigger the pop-up with a normal button created from GroovePages. Give it a go, but definitely report this to support if you could. All right. How often do you do these calls? It was 2 times a week. I'm going to do it 1 time a week because I want to start recording courses for you guys, so that like GroovePages beginner course and how to do dropshipping course, how to do print on demand course. So where I can provide more information within one kind of one goal, one closed loop. If I publish a video in my website, videos in GrooveVideo, how can I give people the option to download it? If you publish the video to your website, you can just create a download link. So that would go this way. Not sure why these pages have issues loading. I'm just going to go into a different site. This one was pretty much butchered. Okay. So what Lizu is talking about is that if you have, actually, I'm just going to add a video directly on the page like this. And if you have a video, this is a GrooveVideo. Okay, like this. So this is the video, and you want allow the people to download this video. So when you go into GrooveVideo, you have the actual so you go to your library. Just going to go to VSL, and here you say get video. Get video, you have a video hosted page where you can toggle allow download. And then when you copy this link, it's going to actually allow the download. So you can share this link to download the video. You cannot see it behind me, but there's a download button. So if you click it, it actually starts the video download. So what you could do is you click allow download video hosted page, and you can click copy and then bring that into the section with just a download button. Like, all right, I would probably need to do some sort of a here we go. The video is too big. Let me just resize it. Okay, so here we have the download button, and I'm going to just add a little bit of margins to it. And link it to URL. There we go. So now you can have people sent to this link where they can click the download option. Or you could also do this. You can give the source file URL. Okay, so you give the source file URL update, and with a little piece of text, you or maybe even on the button, you say get video or download video. Use right click. Actually, you can do that in the sublabel. So right click plus save as. Okay, and then this is going to be on the button. So I'm going to increase the text size of the get video and then decrease the size of this. Right click plus save as. And then what happens is you'll be able to click on this video, the user will know what to do, and then once they actually open it up, the source file URL will show, and then you can right click and save video as. Okay, this is another option. See which one you like best. All right. Groove Q&A Live 2 will be Wednesday at 11 EST. I think so, yes. Yes, I will try to do it on Wednesdays because I spend the other days to planning out and recording the courses and also managing the dev for the different platforms. So at this moment, it will be on Wednesdays only. I will try to do maybe a different call for software updates because we spend so much time. I spend so much time on these Q&As talking about the software updates, which would probably be used on kind of a use cases and what to do. So the software updates and the software updates on the software deployment and development gets lost between the questions. So I'm going to probably separate those out. I just need to confirm with the timings on this. Is there a way to add a product page that always users to shop and add items into their cart and check out, or will I need to create a GrooveKart and redirect them to that site to do so? Is there a way to add a product page to GroovePages that allows users to shop and add items? Yeah, so that's GrooveKart. That's a shopping cart, and that only happens in GrooveKart. We do not have that with the other platforms. GrooveSell will have a add to cart upsell type of thing, which would be probably used, but not in this type of manner. It's going to be used a little bit differently. So in case you want a proper cart functionality, that would need to be GrooveKart. Okay, so I think I came to the end of the questions. There's one more. For GrooveKart, is there a functionality like abandoned cart? Yes, there is. It's basically built in. Let me just show you very quickly. So in GrooveKart, when you go to orders, you can also have abandoned carts, and you can set up your emails and manage them and do all sorts of different things. So you can have new email templates created. At this moment we only have 3. So you can see the first email is just after 1 hour, so it's being sent after 1 hour without a discount. Then there is a coupon code sent out that suggests 15% off 1 day after. And then there's another one which is 3 days, 6 days, and 21 days after with a coupon. You can manage all of that things here. You have the different variables that you can manage, but if you want, you can create your own templates as well. So it's basically what you see is what you get editor. When you put in these variables, then it's going to automatically be populated with the customer's details. So yeah, there we go. Discounted, non-discounted. You can set them up and when to show. Oops, that was a wrong button. Abandoned carts. And yeah, so that was templates. You can set up these sequences on what to send when. You can add new email into a sequence. You see. And you can see the abandoned carts, like who exited the cart, and then how many carts were converted from the abandons, like how many people actually left things in their checkout carts. You can do different things like view the products that were left in the shopping cart, and view the email of the person that left the item, and then how many people actually converted from your email sequences that were sent. So yeah, that's already built in. Hey Gilmar, it's good to have you here. Thank you very much for being here. All right, so I think this is it. I answered quite a lot of questions today. If you have any more, feel free to just post them inside the Facebook community. If you need any specific help with your store or your site, then please reach out to support. They would be able to assist. Otherwise, I see you next Wednesday on another Q&A, if not before. All right, see you then. Thank you guys for being here. Hopefully see you next time. Bye bye.